Hello, students! Today we are going to learn about one of the most wonderful optical instruments we have, the human eye. It's truly amazing, and we're going to explore exactly how it works.
So to start, let's compare our eye to something you all know very well, a camera. You see, they both work on a very similar principle. A camera forms a picture on a light-sensitive film, right? Well, our eye does the same thing, forming an image on a light-sensitive screen inside it, which is called the retina.
Now, here's what's really interesting. Our eye has a kind of superpower that a simple camera doesn't have. What is that? Well, it's the ability to adjust its focus all on its own, almost instantly.
This special ability is called the power of accommodation. It's basically the eye lens being able to change its own focal length, and it does this with the help of something called ciliary muscles. This is how we can see things that are far away and then immediately see things that are close up, all clearly.
Okay, let's dive into the details. To really understand the structure of the eye, we are going to follow the path of light step by step from the moment it enters. Are you ready?
The journey begins at the cornea. Now, the cornea is this thin, transparent membrane right at the front of the eye, and this is a very important point. Most of the bending, or what we call refraction of light, happens right here, at the outer surface of the cornea.
Next, the light passes through the pupil. That's the little black dot you see in the center. Now, the size of this opening is controlled by the iris. That's the colored part of your eye. The iris adjusts the pupil's size to let in more light when it's dark or less light when it's bright.
After the pupil, the light hits the main eye lens, also known as the crystalline lens. This is a convex lens, and it's made of a special jelly-like material. Its job is to do the final fine-tuning of the focus, to make sure the light rays land perfectly at the back of the eye. And finally, the light reaches its destination, the retina. The retina is a very delicate membrane at the back of the eye. The easiest way to think of the retina is to think of it as the screen inside the eye, where the picture is finally formed.
So, the light has reached the retina and formed a picture. But how do we actually see? How does this picture become our vision? Let's move on and see how this all comes together. As you can see in this diagram here, in a healthy eye, the convex lens brings all the light rays together. It converges them to form a perfect, sharp image exactly on the retina.
Now here's a very, very crucial point. The image that is formed on the retina is a real image, and it is also inverted. That's right, it's actually upside down. This brings us to a very important question, doesn't it? If the image inside our eye is upside down, then why on earth don't we see everything upside down?
Well, this is where our amazing brain comes into play. You see, the retina is full of light-sensitive cells. When light hits them, they create electrical signals. These signals then travel through the optic nerve all the way to the brain, and it's the brain that does the final magic trick. It processes these signals and interprets the image, flipping it the right way up for us. Isn't that incredible?
Okay, everyone, let's quickly revise some very important points, especially from an examination point of view. So, listen carefully.
Please make a note of these facts. They are very commonly asked. First, the retina acts as the screen. Second, the cornea is where the maximum refraction of light happens. Third, the iris controls the pupil size to manage how much light enters. Fourth, the eye lens is a convex lens that focuses the image. And finally, remember, a real and inverted image is formed on the retina.
So, we have seen how a normal eye works perfectly. But what happens if something goes wrong? What if the focus is off?
Look at this diagram here. Can you see how the image is forming in front of the retina and not exactly on it? This is what happens when the eye has a defect, and this is what causes vision to become blurry.
And when the image is not formed properly on the retina, it leads to common defects of vision, like myopia and hypermetropia. This is a very important topic, and we will explore it in much more detail in our next explainer.